Going on to Rome's. So unfortunately, the Minnesota Vikings are 4-6 on the season, 1-4 at home, which, Vikings definitely need that one on Sunday, but it wasn't meant to be, and myriad of reasons. J.J. McCarthy didn't show up throughout most of the game. Looked great at the end. Defense giving up third and forevers. Special teams, 56-yard return at the end. Yeah, but we got 10 truths about the 4-6 Minnesota Vikings. Number one, J.J. McCarthy's accuracy is fixable. Asterisk. So hopefully so, because it also bleeds in number two. Kevin O'Connell gets to prove himself as the quarterback whisperer. So McCarthy, obviously it's been 5 starts. You can't really make any sweeping value judgments at this point. We've reiterated our stance. We've seen the clutch. We've seen the deep accuracy. We've seen everything. But just the rocket balls on short passes, it's something that's got to be fixed, right? And I don't know if it's mechanics. I don't know if it's reps. I don't know if it's X, Y, Z, right? But I'm trying to think of a comp. I would say like a less accurate Jay Cutler, where Cutler just had a hose for an arm, and Vanderbilt did not give an F, right? Arm all the time, sometimes too much arm when it wasn't needed, right? I guess Will Levis, sort of. But McCarthy, he does have the work ethic. He does realize the problem, and he's going to put in the work. And, Kevin O'Connell, Josh McCown, everyone just needs to get together and work through it, right? And O'Connell, he is indeed the quarterback whisperer, right? And he's had, rocket arm sort of spray and pray quarterbacks before. Look at Nick Mullins. Look at the Passionate. Look at, So hopefully this will get sorted out, because I think that's the number one hurdle for McCarthy becoming a spot starter versus the guy, right? Can he take care of his business underneath, right? Because the deep ball we've seen. Deep ball is good to go. And if he's more confident in his short game, he won't have to take those deep, low percentage shots as frequently, right? So this is the prime directive the rest of the way. Really sort out J.J. McCarthy's short game. And we've been asked, has J.J. McCarthy improved? Yes, I think that he has. I think getting in and out of the huddle, I think command at the line of scrimmage, I think getting rid of the ball just like a half tick faster. If you watch the first Chicago game and the Falcons game, it's night and day, right? And I feel like he is navigating the pocket a little bit better than the beginning of the year, right? The arm has always been there. The clutch factor has always been there. But now we just need him to be accurate underneath. Like, you know that play in Detroit where he floated it over the edge rusher into Aaron Jones' arms? They ruled it a rush because it was slightly behind where McCarthy was. But that's the kind of touch that we need, right? Where it doesn't have to be a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. It can be a nice little 79-mile-an-hour changeup, right? Drop it right over the linebacker, right over the safety, right over the rush. Put it in a spot where it's a soft ball so your receiver can catch it in a spot where they don't have to adjust or contort and able to get some yards after the catch. Also, the receiver drops, I feel like it might have something to do with the mustard that McCarthy puts on those hot dogs. I actually do think that there's something to be said about not getting all these reps in game. I mean, it's his 5th start. And, practice, even at a high tempo, it's different than in game action, right? So maybe it's part of McCarthy's velocity because it's not the same as once. It just isn't, right? And also O'Connell gets to prove himself because put JJ in advantageous situations. You know where JJ looks good? 2-minute drill. Like speed up the offense. Get on the ball and make sure that defenses, they can't get too creative if you're going up tempo. And when McCarthy's just doing as opposed to overthinking things, that's when the Vikings get things done. All right, so potentially incorporate. Actually, JJ would be great. The Vikings should go full on early 90s Bills K-gun, right? No huddle, run as many plays as possible. let Jim Kelly sling it, but hopefully Scott Norwood makes it for the Vikings. Yeah. Anyways, next up, number 3, Jordan Mason is underused. Jordan Mason got 6 carries yesterday. Averaged 7.5 yards per carry, ran the touchdown too. And Aaron Jones is fantastic. Like, even at his age, Aaron Jones is still looking really good. He's still one of the best receiving running backs, best pass blocking running backs. Jordan Mason's pass blocking not good, right? But as an early down back, like, he will eat up yards, especially the way that the Vikings offensive line has been operating as of late. They've looked really good, but just taking a little bit of pressure off of McCarthy, where he doesn't feel like he has to hit a home run every single time, it could be kind of smart. And Mason needs more work, man. Yeah. Next up, number 4, Jefferson is not going to demand a trade, right? If anything, Jefferson, he's mad at himself, right? The whole helmet almost slamming incident that went viral. He's mad at McCarthy. Nah, he's mad at himself. He had a big-time drop in that spot. And Jefferson, talking about going savage mode, going back to F it mode, I think that he will, right? And I do not think that he's going to demand a trade. I feel like things will work out between him and McCarthy. They just need time. They just need reps together, right? Next up, number 5. Also, Jefferson isn't spitting on dudes. It's kind of nice. Offensive line is gelling right now. Like we said, the O-line, the last 2 weeks where it's been Darisaw, Jackson, Brandel, Fries, and O'Neal, they've settled in pretty nicely. And frankly, with Kelly, I don't know. Like, Brandel has played well enough the last couple of games where it's a bit of a decision. And maybe Brandel will be the center next season. But they had 0 sacks allowed on Sunday. They're running the ball at a very nice clip of 5.2 yards per carry. And frankly, last 2 games, they look good. They've looked really, really good. Where if they had this level play at offensive line all season, it's a completely different story, right? But woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's been whack-a-mole all season, but props to that. Also, did Chris Cooper save his job? I don't know. Guess we'll see. Next up, number 6, Jalen Redmond is the team defensive player of the year. Now, Grenard's certainly up there too, but Redmond, just every single week, maybe he doesn't fill up the stat box, but he comes away with 7, 8, 9 pressures, and he's great against the run. He's great pressuring the quarterback, that quick interior pressure. He can play inside, outside, and he's just a breath of fresh air, man. Because Allen and Hargrave, I mean, they're supposed to be that dudes, and they still flash from time to time, but they're kind of just hammering a check. And Redmond, he's really developed into something special. I think him and LDR will be a nice combo for the next couple of years. TID in that mix as well. It's going to be good. Next up, number 7, Diamond Dallas Turner. So Turner had his best game as a pro very easily, where Grenard was out. As I get choked up, 7 tackles, had a sack, 2 tackles for loss, pass broken up, 4 pressures. He should have had 2 sacks. Also close to the pick 6. Would have been a gink 6, but Turner, it's been a lot of fits and starts with Turner. And also, again, Turner's a bit like J.J. McCarthy. He was a 21-year-old rookie coming in. He needed time. He needed reps. And, less of a spotlight was on him. Obviously an edge rusher versus, the starting quarterback. But, Turner has had his ups and downs as well. But now, that was his best game as a pro by far, right? And I think that he's starting to pan out on some of that confidence that Flores and Kevin O'Connell have in him. And I think that he could eventually be a game. Like I said, I think they see him more as an AVG type player, a bit of an off-ball edge rusher hybrid. So as opposed to just a pure edge rusher like Grenard, but really good to see DDT stepping up. Number 8, Coach Hat needs to go. Ivan Pace Jr. too. So we rewatched the 56-yard kick return from the All-22, and we had thought this earlier, but it got confirmed. Like, Ivan Pace Jr. just completely jumped out of his lane. They were running a twist in that spot. He just jumped out of his lane because he wanted to make the tackle, and Duvernay reverse field and ran right through the crease that he left when he left his gap. Right, so. I mean, Pace, there's a reason why Wilson is starting over Pace, right? And it's almost a foregone conclusion where Pace is high variance. Like, he'll make a big-time splash play. He'll also be bad in coverage, give up a big play, miss a tackle, give up a big play. It's been tough. And also, Coach Hat, I like Coach Daniels a lot, but too many damn penalties taking away nice returns. Well, maybe you got the nice return because of the penalties. Who knows? But also, just the deflation of that 56-yard return where the Vikings' offensive heroics took the lead. The defense has been stepping up nicely. They've been harassing Caleb all day, holding him to 50% completion percentage. And the Vikings were going to make a play. They're going to win this game. But the return basically just put the Bears in field goal range, and it was over. All right? So Coach Hat needs to go. Right? Special teams needs an overhaul. I know some other position coaches, like I feel like Chris Cooper might have saved his job. Maybe not. Who knows? Curtis Monkins, run game coordinator, that's starting to come together, though. But, yeah, there's going to be some changes on the staff. It won't be O'Connell and Kwesi, but, yeah, there'll be a couple changes. Number 10, the Vikings are going to beat the Packers. You know why? Because football is stupid. You know what's going to happen? J.J. McCarthy has not won a game at U.S. Bank Stadium yet in front of the home fans. But he's beaten the Bears on the road. He's beaten the Lions on the road. He's going to beat the Packers on the road. And he's going to look good doing it. Because, again, why not just tease us? Like, everything comes together. The Vikings become the most dangerous team down the stretch because Grenard will be back. The defense will be boss. The offensive line is out here throwing dudes out the club. They can run the ball. Jefferson and JJ will get on the same page. Same thing with Addison, Hawkinson. And watch, the Vikings just become a juggernaut down the stretch, but then they miss the playoffs at 11-6. Actually, I don't know. I think 11-6 might get you in, but we'll see. And again, that's 100% happening because the script writers would be over the moon. They'll think it's hilarious, but who knows? Anyways, that's it. 10 truths about the allegedly 4-6 Minnesota Vikings. What are your truths? Let us know. Comment section. You guys are the best you know what to do. Skol. Production value.